So here is a tribute to our Mother Nature by Nimisha of grade 11.
The glimmering clouds that shelter my home sing to me a lull. The secret of this land, planted beneath the sand, lies in your hand, and now you shall shine. The coveted truth to revive the verdant hues of my homeland. But they rather hazard me of my tribe's ill doings, and my compassion shall repay their debt. The land, rather barren, riverbeds parched, and trees with pale and forgotten branches. My tribe and I, swept by greed, had forgotten the remedy to this catastrophe. The secret lies in me, and so does the cure. I look back at the cracked plain. I inch closer to its cries, and then kneel down. Oh dear, please have mercy. Lend me over the water in your hand. My unquenched thirst pulls me back, but my will pulls me back in. The water flows freely from the brim of the waves, and suddenly my eyes whip to the long trail of budding greens. The land topples over, and there reigns the trees.
Good afternoon to all. Our environment is in us, not outside us. The trees are our lungs, the rivers our bloodstream. We are all interconnected, and what we do to the environment, we ultimately do to ourselves. So let's celebrate this Environment Day by taking a note to preserve Mother Nature for the future generations. To start out this program, let's have the principal's address. Now I welcome our beloved principal to address us.
Respected Annie Ma'am, the Vice Principal of Senior School called Champaka, dear teachers, and my dear students, the theme of World Environment Day 2021 is ecosystem restoration. An ecosystem is a community of living organisms together with non-living components of their environment. They interact with each other as one system. Ecosystems are dynamic entities, and so they are subject to periodic disturbances. The human population and per capita consumption have been growing. The demand for the resources also has been in the increase. As natural resources are vulnerable and limited, a conscious effort has been orchestrated to disseminate the urgency of restoring ecosystem. Why should we be part of this movement? Humans are essentially part of nature, but our behavior has been as if we do not belong to the nature. Our interventions in the nature in the past prove that we have gone against the nature. If we do not allow the ecosystems to be restored to its intended status, we may be held culpable by our progeny for making the ecosystem less habitable. How can we be part of this movement? Plant trees, cut less trees, cut down on the use of fossil fuels, use less of private vehicles, and use more of public transport. Cycle to school and cycle to work. Do not encroach wetlands, green belts for construction, and thus allow the flora and fauna to thrive. Minimize use of plastic. Dear students, be a green warrior and promote ecosystem restoration. May God bless you in all your efforts.
They say it is not audible. Nothing is audible. Huh?
Thank you, sir. We next have our mentors with a message for us.
Nature has provided a bounty of philosophical insight for centuries to mankind, always offering a moment to reflect on its plentiful gifts to us humans. The flora and the fauna connect us all and give us a common ground on which to communicate. We owe everything to nature and should protect it. World Environment Day is held each year on June 5. It is one of the principal vehicles through which the United Nations stimulates a worldwide awareness of the environment and enhances political attention and action. Remember, one individual cannot possibly make a difference alone. It is the individual efforts collectively that makes a noticeable difference, all the difference in the world. Let's be one in saving our environment.
On the occasion of World Environment Day, I would like to emphasize the importance of animals in our environment. Imagine a world without animals. Did you know that all animals influence the environment to varying extents? The production of livestock and poultry has marked impacts on the environment. Manure or animal waste is the predominant source of concern, particularly with intensive animal agriculture. The list is endless. The greatness of a nation and its normal and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. How to take care of pets at home, petting them and showing them how much we love them. Taking care of their food and water, playing with them and keeping them fit. Take them for a walk every day. Provide them with needed vaccination on time. Keep a clean and hygienic environment for them. Engage them and do not leave them. We should not only protect the animals useful to us, but protect the wild animals, endangered species, and their habitats to maintain the biodiversity.
Ecosystem restoration is the theme for this year Environment Day. Nature, or Mother Nature as I would love to call, is our life. Our existence on this planet and the quality of our life is solely dependent on how we preserve the atmosphere and the water bodies around us. Our nature beholds the summit of wisdom and beauty in every element it possesses. Say the trees, they teach us how to accept the changing seasons of life and move on. The rivers, they show us to go with the flow of life without resistance. The mountains ask us to stand tall and proud and rise above the clouds. The sun wants us to share our light and warmth for the others. Even the desert plants show us to make the best of what we have and keep growing. It is our duty to preserve this wisdom and bliss for our future generations. They will happily sustain if everything is green, the air is pure, and the rivers are flowing. So we have to make conscious efforts to stop exploitation and to restore and preserve the environment. Thank you.
As I look out the beautiful ocean, the silky sand and gorgeous seashells, the blue waves crashing down onto the shore, the ocean is a truly beautiful sight to see. Unfortunately, oceans have been receiving mass amount of pollutants, including oil spills, industrial dumping, overfishing, ocean mining, and littering. Here are 5 things you can do to save our ocean. When you eat seafood, make sure the seafood you choose is sustainable. Skip the single-use plastics such as straws, non-reusable water bottle, plastic bags. Avoid using harmful fertilizers and chemicals. Avoid product containing microbeads. Reduce energy consumption. At least when you visit the beach, please do not litter. Thank you.
Protecting our planet, it begins with you. Here are a few things which you can do. Follow the 3 Rs: reduce, reuse, and recycle to conserve our natural resources and landfill space. Plant trees. Trees provide food and oxygen. They help save energy, clean up the air, and help combat climate change. Conserve water. The more you use, the less you use, the less can be the runoff. Don't send chemicals into waterways. Choose non-toxic chemicals in the home and office. Shop wisely. Buy less plastic and bring a reusable shopping bag. Volunteer for cleanups in your community. Bike more and drive less. Use long-lasting efficient bulbs. Help others understand the importance and value of our natural resources.
Reimagine, recreate, restore. This year marks the beginning of United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. Dear youths, we sometimes feel helpless and powerless, unable to take action or do things that really matters. Since governments and large corporations are the ones taking vital decisions. But youths as individuals also have the potential to make difference, whether through small actions or larger initiatives. Here are some ways in which you can take control of your future and protect our environment and ecosystem. 1. Start your own initiative or volunteer with environmental organizations. 2. Reduce or recycle paper. 3. Recycle more often. 4. Save resources. 5. Buy sustainable products. 6. Decrease meat and dairy consumption. 7. Only buy what you need. Dear youths, restore balance. Most of you have technology, school and extracurricular activities covered. It's time to add a pinch of adventure, a sprinkle of green time, and a big handful of play. Best wishes to all of you.
Today and every day in your life, one community service that you all can do for a better environment is to cut down on wastage. Wastage of water, wastage of electricity and fuel, wastage of food. Last year, some of our students pulled out data on food wastage, and the statistics are staggering. India alone wastes 67 million tons of food annually, which is worth about 92,000 crore rupees. Just look at the paradox, children. On the one side, globally, 100 million people are starving. And on the other hand, 1.3 billion tons of food is getting wasted every year. Children, today let us resolve to say no to waste of food and waste of natural resources. Thank you.
Thank you, teachers. Our nature is what sustains and nourishes all living and non-living things around us. So now, let's understand the importance of nature.
World Environment Day reminds us to strengthen our world and ensure that nature is preserved at all costs. It throws light on the causes that cause serious harm to our environment and also serve as an eye-opener to those who are not aware of the situation around them.
It spreads awareness amongst common people about the problems which the environment is facing right now. Moreover, it encourages the public from different societies and communities to actively take part in celebrating the day.
On the occasion of World Environment Day, it is essential for all to realize that every little deed matters when it comes to saving the environment. No matter how small a step you take for leading a greener lifestyle, it does make a difference. As the saying goes, every drop makes an ocean. It is true in this case as well.
To sum it up, always remember that the gifts and blessings which nature bestows on us are priceless. It is necessary to conserve it for a better future and life for all. Let's also not forget that small steps will help you reach your goal.
പ്രകൃതിയുടെ ആരോഗ്യം നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടാൽ പിന്നെ മനുഷ്യനില്ല. ഭൂമിയുടെ സൗഖ്യം നമ്മുടെ സൗഖ്യവും ഊടും പാവും പോലെയാണ്. ഒന്നിനെ പൊട്ടിച്ച് മറ്റൊന്നിന് ജീവിക്കാൻ ആവില്ല. മണ്ണ്, ജലം, വായു, വനം, സസ്യജീവസമ്പത്ത് ഇവ ഉൾക്കൊള്ളുന്ന ഈ ഭൂമിയെ, ഈ പ്രകൃതിയെ സംരക്ഷിക്കൂ. മനുഷ്യരെ പോലെ പ്രകൃതിയെയും കരുതലോടെ കാണണമെന്ന് നമ്മെ ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കുന്നതാണ് സുഗതകുമാരി ടീച്ചറുടെ ഈ കവിത.
ഒരു തൈ നടാം നമുക്കമ്മയ്ക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം കൊച്ചുമക്കൾക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം 100 കിളികൾക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം നല്ല നാളേക്കു വേണ്ടി. ഒരു തൈ നടാം നമുക്കമ്മയ്ക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം കൊച്ചുമക്കൾക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം 100 കിളികൾക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം നല്ല നാളേക്കു വേണ്ടി. ഇത് പ്രാണവായുവിനായി നടന്നു, ഇത് മഴയ്ക്കായി തൊഴുതോ നടന്നു, അഴകിനായി തണലിനായി തേൻ പഴങ്ങൾക്കായി 100 തൈകൾ നിറഞ്ഞു നടന്നു, അഴകിനായി തണലിനായി തേൻ പഴങ്ങൾക്കായി 100 തൈകൾ നിറഞ്ഞു നടന്നു. ഒരു തൈ നടാം നമുക്കമ്മയ്ക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം കൊച്ചുമക്കൾക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം 100 കിളികൾക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം നല്ല നാളേക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം നമുക്കമ്മയ്ക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം കൊച്ചു മക്കൾക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം 100 കിളികൾക്കു വേണ്ടി, ഒരു തൈ നടാം നല്ല നാളേക്കു വേണ്ടി.
How would it be if we could go out and be a part of nature in these pandemic times? Well, now let's have a walk with the nature.
फूलों ने जाके बूंदों से पूछा, बूंदों ने जाके मिट्टी से पूछा, फूलों ने जाके बूंदों से पूछा, बूंदों ने जाके मिट्टी से पूछा, हम कहाँ रहेंगे, हम कैसे खिलेंगे, हम कहाँ रहेंगे, हम कैसे खिलेंगे, हम कैसे जिएंगे। फूलों ने जाके बूंदों से पूछा, बूंदों ने जाके मिट्टी से पूछा,
the most beautiful Mother Nature. In her untouched form. This is where our ancestors lived. But all these have become a distant reality for our next generation. The present looks like this. Isn't this our fault? But now we have a chance to conserve Mother Nature for our future generation.
Now, I'll render the vote of thanks. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our management, principal, vice principal, and our dear teachers. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the students for their active participation. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Kindly rise for the school anthem.